Hello, everyone. How's it going? Happy Sunday! Yay! We made it to Sunday. My dad is seated off to my right, and he's keeping me company while I do this video. I decided to come visit my parents again, and Jeremy's in the back room, and my mom ran some errands, and here I am with you today. Enough about the setup, because I don't have a lot of time, because I do want to enjoy my family and my parents today, but this is a little bit of a different video for me. I didn't know how I was going to approach it, and I've been thinking about it for a couple days, but I'm going to keep it as simple as humanly possible, because I'm one of the most simple humans that's ever existed. Insert sarcasm. So today, it's all about what I'm wearing. It's about this incredible out of this universe pendant that I'm wearing, and also this dragonfly brooch that I'm wearing on my shirt. I'm going to take both pieces off and bring them over to the light box for a very close, intimate look. And this is a setup for a future video in a couple days. And I'm going to do an interview with the artist that created this incredible glass pendant. I believe that's going to be on this coming Tuesday. So please make sure you mark your calendar for Tuesday. I think we're going to do it at 8:15 at night. At least that's the plan right now. So please pay attention to my community post, because I will be posting the exact day and time of the interview. And the artist on this pendant is Jack Storns. And Jack Storns has an innate ability to transform glass into these incredible wearable sculptures that is like nothing we've ever seen before. And as you know from my channel, from the last, 8 months of my sharing and showing, my collection is based on antiques and vintage and what has spanned before us, and what I find to be beautiful and valuable that is not contemporary art. And here I am describing a contemporary artist that I've now found and forged a friendship with through purchasing one of his pendants and an additional piece that's on the table in front of me. And I guess I can show that now while the camera is still up, because I just really appreciate this. And it's in a container, but look at this. It is the sculpture that's on my neck, the wearable. I don't really consider it jewelry. I consider it more body adornment. But look at this. Isn't this the most exceptional piece of glass you've ever seen? And I showed my dad, and he was just amazed by this. It's much, much better when the case is open, and I'll open that when we get to the light box. I will take the dragonfly off. This is plique jour enamel, and it is old, and it is exceptional. It's the largest I've ever seen. And the reason why I bring this on is this morning, I hit 8,000 subscribers, so I have to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And you know how I do it? I show you things rather than tell you. So thank you for getting me to 8,000 subscribers in such a short amount of time. And I looked at my analytics, and over half of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. So I actually in my mind have like 15 or 16,000 people watching me. And that's just insane. I thought, at the most I'd ever get was like a couple hundred. So this is the plique jour dragonfly. And look at the detail of this. It is one of the most exceptional plique jour enameled pieces I've ever seen. Fully articulating tail. So that tail is emeralds and diamonds and fully articulates. I had promised that I wouldn't bring this on until I wanted a grand celebration. And here we are for a grand celebration. And I also wanted to show like something, new, like brand new and contemporary, and something old and purist, and something that I'm really well known for. So kind of a surprise of a combination. I will hold on to the tail so I don't lose this. Beautiful, beautiful brooch. So the wingspan, I think, is about, I have never measured her, but I always considered her a her, probably around 5.5 inches across. Those are ruby, diamonds, emeralds, sapphires, all gem grade, and then the most amazing plique jour enamel. So that's completely transparent, fired on glass enamel. This rollover has been replaced, but that's the original old tube hinge holding that together. Age on this, not exactly sure, but definitely not contemporary. And look at when you hold it up to the light, that it's completely transparent enamel and looks exactly like a dragonfly that's just landed on your shoulder. So those two together really had quite the conversation. And I leave that, sometimes unsaid to my viewers. So I'm going to go over to the light box here in just a moment. I'll lay this down and we'll get to that. And again, thank you all so much. My dad is really grateful and he's smiling and thankful. He knows exactly, how this has changed my life and how happy it's made me. Jeremy's in the back room. We had a long conversation about this on the way up to Cleveland today to come sit with the folks. And I just have to say again, thank you so much for all that you've done for me. I am so incredibly grateful. And as an artist and a silversmith, it does feel very good. It does feel very good. Thank you, Dad. It does feel very good to be accepted and to be loved. And my dad just made the sign of the cross because he's so incredibly grateful and so thankful to see his kids succeed and be loved. So thank you for making my dad extremely proud as well. So I'll go to the light box. I'll show you the pendant. I'll show you the sculpture inside this box. And then I will see you on Tuesday night for this incredible interview with Mr. Jack Storns. I don't consider him just a glass sculptor. He considers himself a glass sculptor. I consider him a magician. I consider him a friend now. And I'm honored and truly blessed to own two of his pieces. And I want to share them both with you and celebrate my 8,000 subscribers. So thank you so much. I'll pause you here for a second. I'll be right back with you inside the light box. I love you. Okay, welcome back. So I always change my mind in life. Well, this should not surprise you. I just decided not to go to the light box because I didn't want to. And my dad is laughing because he's known that I have been one of the most impossible humans for 50 years. And here I go again, showing everyone how impossible. And he's loving it. He's laughing. So this is the Jack Storms sculpture. It's an undrilled pendant that he so graciously sent to me. And I just got to tell you, it's like I haven't taken it out of there, but I'll show you. I just don't want to handle it yet. I just don't feel like I want to. It's almost like a relic. This is the pendant, and this is the dog tag. It's known as the dog tag, based on masculine, strong lines, clean presentation, the shape of it, the way it pushes and pulls the light. And then when you turn it, it's a different pendant every single time. And I'll take it off of the black background because look, when light goes through it, what happens? I'll just let you take that in. I don't want to over talk this right now like I normally would, because as an artist, I have this great tendency just to show people rather than talk about it. But look at the side profile when it turns. Look at the way the light passes through there with all those tiny pieces of glass that Jack so carefully laminates together. I've done very limited research on the process of how Jack does this, but he's a master. I don't care if someone's a first generation, a second generation, a third generation, quote, artisan of a technique, not a family line, but of a technique. How many generations would I be as a silversmith? Maybe the 1,000th generation of a silversmith. I don't really quantify it that way, but I just want you to take in the goodness of his craft, his skill. You don't feel a seam at all. You don't feel a seam where he's put this together. And this is all cold connected. This is all cold constructed, is what I meant to say. The connections are internal and then kind of encapsulated. I don't know exactly how he does this, but it's incredible. It's I say I don't stop at anything with my collection on a personal level, and that's how I got you all here, is through showing and telling, through sharing and showing you my collections. And I don't do contemporary art. I don't really support contemporary artists because I don't find ones that resonate with me. Sometimes the craft is off. Sometimes the message is cloudy. Sometimes the intention is indirect. When I saw Jack's work online, this is years ago, and then I saw a YouTube video of his, I think it was 6 years ago, and then I thought, wow, one day when I'm grown up, which I'll never grow up, one day when I grow up, I want a Jack Storms original. Well, here I am. Here I am, a lucky fellow that owns two, and very soon it will be 3 and 4 and maybe 5, because I'm that impressed with what I see. So I'm going to show that one, and we'll talk about this much more on Tuesday night when you come to the interview with Mr. Storms, which I don't know. I don't know how I landed that interview, because my channel's just a tiny little baby just getting started. But look at the sculpture that's not drilled. I don't want to tip this down too much, but I'll bring this to a future video as well. But it's the same. I don't want to say same exact, but it's very, very close to the dog tag pendant. And it just pushes and pulls the light like nothing we've ever seen before. These creations or extensions of himself, remarkable, beautiful, precise, scientific, but ethereal. It's like he captured the sky and stars and put them in glass forever, an eternal thing. And then, not to drone on too long, but this is the plique jour Dragonfly, and I so wish I could have brought her over to the light box, because I think you could probably see the detail better if I brought her over to the light box, and it wouldn't be so flashed out. But that's as good as we're going to get today with this. And this is, again, a celebratory piece out of my collection. It's 14 karat gold and 18 karat gold, and plique jour enamel. I've done a video on the smaller versions of this, but this is the most monstrous and massive and most elegant of the plique jour brooches I've ever seen. The ruby eyes are cabochon. The thorax are Colombian emeralds, encircled and framed by some of the most beautiful diamonds. And then the tail is calibrate cut natural emeralds and tiny diamonds that accent this tail that fully articulates. So the tail bends with the wearer, much like a dragonfly tail in real life. Incredible craft to be able to get that constructed like that and fully articulated. And you know how I do it on my channel? I've said before, my channel is not better than anybody's. It's different. You can see the front, the back, the side, the profile, the pin mechanism, the construction, the enamel, the rubies, the diamonds, the emeralds. You can see the whole thing. In a museum situation, or if you pull this offline, you can't see it like this. It's just a slight advantage that I've had since day one. I've often said, not better than any channel, but I'm different. And my dad's nodding his head and smiling. He knows his child is different. And he supported that in me. So Dad, thank you so much. He's just grinning up a storm over here. So that dragonfly is magical and fantastic and lovely. And I show you this because this is, what came before us in wearable sculpture. This is what came before us that wasn't just mere jewelry. This was body adornment. This is special and it's important. It's lifetime. It's all the things that I say when people say that about, pieces that are not, I kind of frown upon that, but this is one of the ones that is. And I don't want to comment on price on any of this, because that's not why I'm here. I'm here to celebrate. I'm here to share. I'm here to thank you so much for getting me to 8,000 subscribers in such a small period of time. My dad is applauding in the background. He's clapping his hands because, again, he's very well aware of how grateful I am, how grateful my family is. So, and there's the dragonfly one more time. So there you have it. And Jack Storms, thank you so much for these two, start of a whole new thing for me and an awakening of my sensitivity as a collector. And I've often said, sometimes collectors take time to educate themselves to transcend their own collection and not just look at a material. Someone could just, they could look at this and say, well, it's just glass. Well, it's glass that has been manipulated into one of the most beautiful wearable sculptures we've ever seen. So Jack, thank you so much, and I look forward to interviewing you on Tuesday night and having a friendly chat. Jack doesn't want it too formal, and neither do I at that point. So I'm so excited. Thanks for joining in today. I wish you all an amazing Sunday. I wish you an amazing Monday, and I'll see you Tuesday night. Again, I'll put it up in my community post. I'll put the link there, and we will see you at the live on Tuesday night. So make sure that you go over to my live feed. I'll put the post up either tonight or tomorrow, and I'll put the post on my community page, and put in some links to get you over to Jack's website as well, so that you can place some orders with Jack. And I can't blame you if you do, because me and my collection has now welcomed, this alien life form into my universe. So Jack, thank you again so much. Thank you to my viewers. Thank you to the subscribers. I love you all so much, and I'll see you very soon. I love you. Bye-bye.